Go, y'all need some yards. Y'all need them fast. No timeouts. Oh my God. When I tell you he hit him like a 1990s linebacker. Back in my day, that's how we used to hit receivers. We got to make you pay for catching that football. Next time you doing that crossing route, I want you to think about me in the back of your head. That's what the type of hit that was, and I love it, man. If say CJ Stroud and Drake May next week both have 0 turnovers, I would pick the Texans to win that game. I would pick the Texans to win that game. I would pick the Texans to win that game. And welcome back to Mischief Entertainment, man. As you can see on the screen, we are at to the Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Now, which one do I start with? Matter of fact, I got to start with this. I'm pretty sure the Texans won this game. I'm pretty sure the Texans won this game because Mike Tomlin has stepped down as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers won this game. I'm pretty sure Mike Tomlin wouldn't be stepping down. Besides me knowing that the Houston Texans more than likely won this game, because again, guys, I tried to stay away from spoilers. I watched a couple live, and a couple of them with blind reactions. I always tell y'all whether I've seen it or not. I always tell y'all whether I know about the game or not. And so far, that's what I know about this game. Is Mike Tomlin is no longer the head coach of the Steelers. And I can't see the Steelers winning this playoff game, and then Mike Tomlin stepping down with another playoff game coming up. So I'm pretty sure the Pittsburgh Steelers lost this game. The Houston Texans surged at the right time. I mean, no, we watched a lot of teams in the regular season, and we talked about a lot of teams surging and resurging and all of that. The Houston Texans were the one team that actually did it. So shout out the Houston Texans real quick. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Listen, I'll be honest, I would have picked the Texans because y'all know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. Y'all know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. Now, I don't mean to bring up the personality, but like I've told y'all before, I only bring up the personality when I feel like it affects your ability to play on the field. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James early in his career, too soft. You can't be scared of free throws. You know what I'm saying? The way he looked at the game. I talked about that. And they talked about how Dwayne Wade taught him how to be a champion and all of that. What he had to do to be a champion. Carry us, put on the... That was the only thing I had against LeBron. You can't be scared to shoot free throws. You're a basketball player. You're going to shoot free throws. You get what I'm saying? Kevin Durant, not a leader, not willing to really tell guys what to do. I said Kobe would have hopped on your butt. You know what I'm saying? Kobe would have let you make a bad play. Kobe would have hopped on your butt. Jordan would have hopped on your butt. And now, for basketball, I feel like all the great ones have that sense of leadership and have that sense of assertiveness. Kevin Durant had none of that. And the only reason I bring it up is because I feel like it affects his ability to win championships. You get this? Listen, I don't care if you're like an introvert, so you buy a blue car because the blue car matches up with introverts vibes and the red is too, violent of a color for you or whatever. I don't care about those things. I don't care. You like to skip when you walk into the gym. I don't care about those things. It's when what you do affects the team. When what you do outside of the field, outside of the court affects the team. That's why I bring it up. And Aaron Rodgers for me for a long time just has been a distraction. He's been a distraction. It's why I haven't believed in him. I'm watching Tom Brady take less money and win Super Bowls, and this guy's complaining that his receivers aren't getting open enough. Every time something went wrong with Aaron Rodgers or something went wrong with the Aaron Rodgers team, it was everybody around him and not Aaron Rodgers. I looked at Aaron Rodgers and said, you can't be that type of leader. You can't be the leader who takes all the credit when you're winning, and when things go wrong, it just has absolutely nothing to do with. You can't be that type of leader, and that's why I haven't believed in Aaron Rodgers for a very, 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 very long time. Very long time. With that out the way, reestablishing why I don't like Aaron Rodgers. The Texans won this game. I didn't really believe in the Steelers. They beat the Ravens, who have just been a cultural mess. And yes, I'm going with cultural mess because I'm calling for a culture shock for the Ravens. I want toughness again. Let me say something. Rashad Bateman versus Anquan Bolton. Who's tougher? Who's tougher? You get what I'm saying? Kyle Hamilton, while he is tough, and I got a lot of respect for Kyle Hamilton. I really didn't want to bring him up now. Kyle Hamilton versus Ed Reed. Who's tougher? I'm not even talking about skill yet. I'm not even talking about production on the field. I'm talking about just grit. And that was my problem with the Ravens team. And the Steelers beat that team, you know what I'm saying? But the entire season, the Ravens have been dysfunctional. So I guess it shouldn't be any surprise that I don't believe in the Steelers. I probably would have picked the Texans. CJ Stroud. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the summary. I just never have really picked Aaron Rodgers. Never really believed in Aaron Rodgers, and I think his personality gets in the way of the team being able to play football. That's what I'm going with. Make sure you like, comment. Oh yeah, real quick. This is the last playoff game we reacted to. I really want to thank everybody who watches, who comments, who likes. You guys have really turned this up for me. I really appreciate it. I mean, I really do love you guys. I got a lot of love for y'all, man. Y'all be going crazy on the reaction videos with the comments, with the likes, with the even the way sometimes some of y'all look at the game. Like sometimes y'all will comment something, I'll be like, huh. I gotta look at some of the new lights, you know what I'm saying? I really, really appreciate y'all. I just want to stress that while we get to our final playoff game of the week. Thank y'all for everything y'all do, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get to the video.
Starting from the 20, a hand to Warren who bends it back. Nice start, breaking tackles.
That's a great start. I like that run. That's a great start.
A pickup of 10. Quick throw. Ball comes out quick with Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. DK Metcalf out across the 45. Rodgers, good protection. Pass too high for Gainwell, and he was covered well by To'o, and it's fourth down.
Frustration from Aaron Rodgers early. A little frustration on that missed throw.
Looking downfield.
C.J. Stroud.
Christian Kirk with a brilliant catch.
I know I ain't talked too much about C.J. Stroud, you know. I just feel like they've had an up or down season. And I'm going to be honest. The Texans got down early, and I kind of stopped paying attention to them a little bit. I'm going to be honest. I'm not as dialed in with the Texans as I am with some of the other playoff teams. But that throw right there from C.J. Stroud is a year one type of throw from C.J. Stroud. You know what I mean? Let's go, C.J. Let's go, C.J.
Queen coming on a blitz. Stroud.
Not too bad. I like that. I like that. You saw the blitz coming. You know, we just watched the Patriots and the Chargers. And we talk about young quarterback stressing the issue too much. I feel like he did just enough to keep the play alive, to, you know, and then got it out of there.
Rodgers rolls out to his left, has his man. Pass caught by Metcalf. And into Houston territory with a big play of 25
DK Metcalf, welcome back after your little, you know, mishap.
And that's the matchup now. Handoff is to Gainwell.
Okay.
First down, it's a gain of 6, and we go to Laura.
Outside of that miss so far on that third and 7, this offense is looking like a locomotive machine, well oiled.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, but it's fourth down. 32-yard drive for
Field
Chris
goal.
Boswell.
What was this? 4th and 3. Didn't go for it.
Perfect right down the middle.
Early in the game.
18 in his career.
You know, y'all know I like to play aggressive. I ain't gonna say nothing about that though. Take the points. Take the points.
Marks right up the gut, and Woody Marks is going to be knocked down just short of first down yardage. Chubb in the backfield on third down and 3. Pressure on Stroud. Throws. Passes.
C.J. Stroud.
And a strong catch. He got popped right after making the grab. A gain of 16 and a first down.
I like that throw. I like that throw.
Extra offensive lineman in there. Fisher. Here's a little
flea flicker.
To Stroud looking to air it out. Ball's out. Recovered by Pittsburgh and Y.A. Black.
Listen, young quarterback mistake, man. At that point, the flea flicker even looked a little slow. Defender right there, when you're catching a flea flicker, yeah, you gotta, again, we talked about the young quarterbacks pressing the issue a little too much. Low key, just take that sack. Just take that sack. It's better than having a turnover.
Way short of first down yardage. The Steelers were losing here to the Bills. They won 4 of their last 5, and here they are as AFC North champs. Snap gets away from Stroud. In trouble. Throws it. Incomplete. And he was under pressure.
All right, 32, get this first down. Y'all need to get some of that. Y'all can't be doing that. It's too early in the game for that.
Out to his left on the move. Pass is caught. And a first down grab.
Way to get that first down. I ain't gonna lie, if y'all didn't get that first down, man, I was gonna be real disappointed in y'all.
Nice throw, nice catch. And there is Nico Collins. Stroud throws low but caught. First down, Houston.
It's a decent pass. That's a decent pass.
Is by Schultz.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from C.J. Stroud's arm so far. You know, he got the strip sack fumble that happened on him. You know, I would say it's a little mistake on his end. They fizzled out on a couple drives. But what I'm seeing from C.J. Stroud's arm, it looks nice. It looks nice. He got that C.J. Stroud touch, that had us saying that he could be a tier 1 quarterback. I'm seeing it right now.
And it's 2nd and 3. Fake toss.
I like it. I like it. Does he get in? He got in.
Touchdown. Strong play and a good catch by Kirk. Ball a little behind him, and the Texans have their first lead of the night.
But this is an excellent
That was nice. I like this. I like this. Now, it's not this specific play that makes me say this, right? But I said Bryce Young had a better performance in my mind than Drake May. So far, C.J. Stroud is having a better performance than Drake May from what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? He's making some tough throws. He's threading the needle right now. Listen, it's just us getting to the second quarter, and there's a couple times he got me saying, ooh, C.J. Stroud, ooh, and so far C.J. Stroud, in my opinion, now we only in the second quarter, is having a better performance than Drake May.
Intentional grounding, offense, number 8. That includes a loss of down, 3rd down.
Coming off the field.
I kind of missed that, but I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it run. 3rd and 21.
He's got a long way to go, and he survived that hit.
In this first half.
Ball is down on the ground again. Stroud picks it up. Ball is out again.
Stroud! We just talked about this.
Season has lost 2 in the first half tonight.
We just talked about this.
Yeah, he knocks it
Young
out.
quarterback. What's this, C.J. Stroud's 3rd year?
Puts the ball on the ground and
look at that. At that point,
is not securing the football. It's the 2nd time he's put it on the ground. He's been
when the football hit the ground like that, what should have been going through your mind is no negative play, no turnover. This isn't about a big shot. This ain't about getting the first down or anything like that. It's about maintaining the current situation. Yeah, you should have, or at least have it tucked or something. And at the same time, I feel like you surrounded, CJ. You dropped the football, looked up, you know, tried to step up in the pocket. Like, you can't even analyze the pocket. You don't even have a chance to really analyze the pocket, and you trying to throw a pass. Just hold on to it, brother. Just hold on to it.
Gainwell is brought down by Lassiter.
4th and 2, they going for it. This is what we live for.
Rodgers keeps.
Woo! What was that? A play action? What was that? Man, I ain't gonna rewind it, but I like that play, man.
In trouble, and down he goes.
I like that sack too.
Defense makes another play. And knocks it through. 19 for 19
7 to 6.
In his playoff career.
First quarter, we got a minute left. CJ, hey, you go get some more points?
Over to the right side, and the pass is caught by Christian Kirk. A gain of 5. Pittsburgh charged a timeout for the
3rd and 5, C.J. Stroud steps up in the pocket. Another completion.
He's got a touchdown in tonight's game. Now he's got a first down, and a timeout is taken after a gain of 7.
Where y'all at? Oh, it's going to be tough to get this field goal. Y'all need some yards. Y'all need them fast. No timeouts.
Marks gets hit.
Oh, my God. When I tell you he hit him like a 1990s linebacker. Back in my day, that's how we used to hit receivers. We got to make you pay for catching that football. Next time you doing that crossing route, I want you to think about me in the back of your head. That's what the type of hit that was, and I love it, man. Nah, y'all tell y'all all the time, I'm old school. He flat out laid him out. Beautiful. We in the second half now, 7 to 6. C.J. Stroud's having some good throws. I feel like the Texans aren't capitalizing on their opportunities. And even with that being said, they've so far been able to contain the Pittsburgh Steelers to field goals. The Steelers' offense does not have more motion than the Texans' offense, even though the Texans have more turnovers. The Steelers' offense hasn't been better than the Texans' offense, even though the Texans have more turnovers. I like that catch. I like that catch.
Second catch on this possession. Y.A. Black comes in for Hayward. Hand off to Marks. And another nice gain, about 9.5, is Jalen Ramsey. Stroud in trouble, finds a place to go, and he's picked. Eccles has got it. Another turnover by this.
CJ. Now, when you throw in the football, it has looked pretty. It has. I've seen you make some tough throws. They look great. But so far, every single time you get under pressure, you're turning the football over. And you were just in the red zone. You got to get this together fast. You have to get this together fast. It was behind him, too.
Eccles with the interception.
Great interception. He pulled it into his body.
Here we go.
First down at 15, quick throw. This is Austin, and he's brought down by Petrie. The ball's coming out quick. There's nothing downfield. Steelers have not faced a third down shorter than 7 yards. It's third down and 9. Here's one downfield. He's got Valdez-Scantling.
Nice shot from Aaron.
Steeler first down. Third down and 12. Protection.
Aaron Rodgers lays it out.
Austin, contact. And no flag.
Nah, that ain't no flag. That ain't no flag. That wide receiver didn't do a good enough job of tracking that football in the air.
Into this game, just 12 turnovers on the year.
On 2nd and 10 after the penalty.
He's starting to learn. You saw him cuff that football. You gotta stop fumbling. Y'all season is on the line.
Third down and 10. Receiver Collins fell down, and it's incomplete. Fourth down. Not a lot of room for this Steelers offense, and Aaron Rodgers play action to start, protected. He's got a man. He's got Thielen, and a nice catch.
Adam Thielen, how's it going, my guy, man? Shout out Adam Thielen, man. Got a lot of love for Adam Thielen.
Rodgers, ball's knocked out of his hand.
Okay, they don't get it back though. They don't get it back though, but it is fourth down. Where they had the field, they had to punt it. 7-6.
Punt. And now another miss on the snap. What is going on?
That's my question too. I have never. Is this a backup center? Oh no!
Fumble, punt, interception, punt. And
no
another miss on the snap.
I don't even feel like that was a good angle. I want to look at CJ Stroud's eyes. What were you looking at?
Being told it was time.
Stroud
able to step into it and looking downfield. He's got Kirk.
Oh my God, man! Now I know we can't just act like we didn't see all the mistakes CJ Stroud has made, but man, some of these throws, man. All he needs to do is get the turnovers down. He has to. You're not winning next week if you don't get the turnovers down. You're not.
Would be a 50 or 50.
Shout out that Texans defense because they is saving y'all right now. They got the Steelers to 6 points.
Quick throw, sideline.
Ooh, that would have been one of the greatest adjustments I've ever seen from a wide receiver.
The young man from Hawaii.
Said in the 6, it's still there. Anybody's ball game.
It is absolutely demoralizing.
Here is Gainwell, started to his right, back to his left, and a nice.
That's a great run.
Against this defense on the ground, boy, they're few and far between.
Back to the ground.
Here's Gainwell met in the backfield. Togiai. Third down and 12. Rodgers, time runs out. Ball is out. It's picked up by the Texans and Sheldon Rankins. And he
scored?
Is in for a touchdown.
Touchdown? No whistle?
You've got the pressure off the edge with Will Anderson, and then Rankins comes here, and he goes right through left guard Sayamalo. I mean, this is a two-man rush on that left
Bull
side.
rush,
and
sit
both
him
guys
down,
get
take
home.
a chair, sit right there on the
Ball
grass,
game, the defense,
bring a
as you
cover,
would expect, comes up with the huge
bring
play.
some food.
And
It's
it
a
is a
picnic. He
touchdown.
laid him down on the grass.
He never went down. Rankins picked it up
Yeah,
while he
that's
was
a fumble.
standing up. That came to Houston.
That's crazy.
And
That's
now the
crazy. That's
Steelers
ball
will
game.
try to
That's
catch
ball game,
Houston
though.
Substituting. Strong catch. Fryer move.
Strong catch, great catch, but that's ball game. It's over.
Good
It's
catch,
over.
and a
There's a
flag
flag
is
on the
down
play.
to
What's the flag?
secondary. First down to the 45. Rodgers looking left and now gets tripped up as he tried to take off. It's been third down and long all night for the Steelers. This ball is hit at the line of scrimmage.
We're on the roster prior to D'Amico Ryans taking over.
Here is a quick throw for a first down to Jaden Higgins. Third down and 4. First down, and there he is again. What a night for Christian Kirk. Decisions to be made as they go forward. First down and goal, ball back outside the 10 as Marks has his first 100-yard game and takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. As we look at Marks.
No life in the Pittsburgh Stadium right now. I was looking at them fans as he ran to the sideline. They didn't have nothing to say.
Second down and 10. Rodgers, Gainwell drops it. There is nothing going right.
A lot of networks knocking on his door, that's for sure. And if he wants to continue to coach, if he's let go, there'll be a lot of suitors knocking on his door for that as well.
Here's an interception for good measure. It's
Ball
picked
game.
off by Bullock.
Ball game.
And Rodgers is in his way, trying to make the tackle. Can't. And it's a touchdown, Texans. The man who is number 1 all-time in interception percentage as a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, throws a long pick 6.
Yeah, he sure does. Bullock, this is his 5th interception of the year. He had 5 last year, which led the team.
He didn't go out. You saw the
secondary
tippy
against
toes? He out there
ball
looking like
hawking
Michael
group.
Jackson. Is that before your time? Now, back in my day, we used to have this great singer called Michael Jackson.
Line
That was
drive
real low. Did it go in?
that is no good. Went under the crossbar.
Hey, can I get C.J. Stroud or
It's
something
a
on the field?
30-6
Let me get the
win
final
for the
score.
Houston
Let me get the
Texans
final
with a
score on the.
dominating
Oh,
defensive-
there we go. All right. Houston, Texas advance to the AFC Divisional at Patriots. Thank you. This is what every playoff game needs to have at the end. I understand. Some things have to, some games have to finish. You got to see what seeds advance and all of that. Nah, next week, and I brought up Drake May. Nah, it's a light show next week. It's a light show next week. So where should we start? With the Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers? Let's start with Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers since they lost. Mike Tomlin, he stepped down. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Like onerous, you know? It's a very onerous thing to do for Mike Tomlin. I feel like at this point, maybe, you know, your coaching career, at least in Pittsburgh for now, is over, you know, and I'm glad you kind of felt that too, to be able to step back. I also feel like he stepped back just because, like, the fans asked for it. And I feel like if you're in Pittsburgh, you see Mike Tomlin, you can only show him the utmost respect for what he did for the franchise and for also stepping away. He said, it seems we you know, nothing's changing. We make the playoffs, we lose. We make the playoffs, we lose. We make the playoffs, we lose. Y'all aren't satisfied. Probably not up to his coaching standard. You know, probably not up to Mike Tomlin's own coaching standard. So he steps away. Shout that out. Aaron Rodgers, it's crazy, man. We get towards the end of your career. It was a great run, you know, going, you know, technically at you. You ain't never came at me. You probably don't even know I exist. I don't really care. But it's been a great run reacting to Aaron Rodgers videos over the years. I don't think he's gonna retire. I just think it's gonna be kind of hard for him to find a good team to play for in the future for a Super Bowl. I think if you're in Super Bowl, like the Colts this year, like maybe Aaron Rodgers takes that route. Because you know how Daniel Jones got hurt and they're like, we need a quarterback. And they went and got Phillip Rivers. Maybe Aaron Rodgers just doesn't sign a contract next year and see how some of the cards play out, you know, for some of these teams. Then around week 10, maybe he could sign a contract with a contender because, you know, the circumstances calls for it, whatever. But I just don't see him being able to play on a real contending team. I feel like most of the contending teams have their quarterback. Because obviously, if you ain't got a quarterback, you ain't getting a lot of wins. You ain't getting a lot of wins, so obviously it's hard to compete. Pause. Chill, video. So that's going to be the summary for the Steelers. I think y'all got a really big rebuild coming. Y'all pay so much on the defense. The offense hasn't necessarily been great. A lot of older players too, man. A lot of older players. So for me, hold on, my bad. I got something in mind. My bad. I had something in mind. For me, it's just I think a rebuild is in need, man. Shout out the Steelers organization, man. You know, you gave me some great games. I'm a Ravens fan. You gave us great games. You know what I'm saying? Ben Roethlisberger, Troy Polamalu. Shout out y'all organization. You know what I'm saying? Good luck in the future with whatever y'all got going on. Now, let's get to the Texans. The Texans! You know you can win next week, right? Let's get to it. I seen C.J. Stroud. Now, I'm not trying to excuse the turnovers. I am not. I'm just saying, if say C.J. Stroud and Drake May next week both have 0 turnovers, I would pick the Texans to win that game. This defense is for real. The offense, now, the thing that held the offense back this game was all the turnovers too. You can't forget that. A lot of points did come from defense. But at certain extents, on certain drives, man, C.J. Stroud, I think he had like 3 fumbles. There was like 5 messed up snaps, and then an interception. And they still miraculously won this game. Now, listen, if you can bring the interceptions down next week, like I said, Drake May throws no interceptions next week. C.J. Stroud throws no interceptions next week. Drake May has no fumbles. C.J. Stroud has no fumbles. I'll pick the Texans to win that game. I'm picking the Texans to win that game. It's going to be absolute cinema next week. I think the fact that I'm picking the Texans right now to win the game next week is a big enough statement. I don't know what else I can say about the Texans. Yeah, I got them winning next week. In what's it called? Foxborough. I really do. C.J. Stroud got to bring the turnovers down. Like, Bryce Young has impressed me more. C.J. Stroud has impressed me more. Who else? I think that's about it. I think those are the 2 quarterbacks who impressed me the most with some of the throws they really made. Maybe I'm missing a guy or two, you know. I done reacted to every playoff video. But so far with the throws I seen for C.J. Stroud, just bring the turnovers down. Stop stressing the issue. It's okay. Sometimes you get sacked. Sometimes the play's over. Sometimes you can't get the first down. Live to play another drive and keep your team in a good position. You do that next week and you're beating the Patriots. Listen, that's going to be the end of the video. Like I said, I don't think there's no bigger compliment I can give the Texans besides believing that they are going to go with divisional, wild card. Okay. But then believing they're going to win next week and go back to the AFC Championship, man. That's the video. Good luck to Aaron Rodgers in the future. Now, me and Aaron Rodgers, you know, we got our differences, but you've been in this game for a long time. I do respect that, Aaron Rodgers. I do respect that, man. Good luck to you in the future. That's the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's go Texans next week.